Welcome. Welcome to Warcraft Experience. We are going to start a new journey with Sareysa, a Draenei who turned to demonic forces to help her race. After the victory over the demonic Burning Legion, most of their population chose to remain in Azeroth, honoring their commitment to the Alliance. Among these, Sareysa was one of the chosen few who stayed behind to aid the cause.
Empowered by the holy light and the undying strength of their convictions, the Draenei led the charge against the demonic Burning Legion in Outland. Now, with the Legion's defeat, they have completed the desperate mission that first brought them to Azeroth. Though some Draenei were sent back to Outland to revitalize their former civilization, the majority have vowed to remain and uphold their sacred commitment to the Alliance. Driven by a powerful vision, the immortal prophet Vale believes that a great war between the darkness and the light is fast approaching, and that Azeroth will be its principal battleground. As one of Vale's chosen, you must stand bravely before the shadow and ensure that your people are ready for the war to come.
Amidst this sea of suffering, Sareysa encounters Megalon, a survivor grievously wounded.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Be well.
Concern etches her expression as she inquires about his well-being. With a reassuring smile, Megalon dismisses her worries, urging her to seek aid from Pronitos with haste. Pronitos, both survivor and leader amidst the ongoing crisis of healing, endeavors tirelessly to aid the wounded.
The Legion's end draws near. Good health, long life. Remember the lessons of the past.
Aware of the dire shortage of healing crystals, he implores Sareysa to undertake a crucial task, gathering Vale Moth blood, a vital ingredient for replenishing the crystals and restoring hope to their beleaguered community. As Sareysa sets out to collect the blood from the Vale Moths, a heavy burden weighs upon her heart. Despite her mastery of dark powers, her soul recoils at the thought of harming these innocent creatures. Each delicate wing beat fills her with anguish, reminding her of the fragility of life even amidst the shadows she treads. As Sareysa collects the Vale Moth blood, she reflects on the sacrifice these creatures make for a cause they're not even responsible for. Moreover, she can't help but notice the devastation wrought upon their island by the power crystals from the crash. It's a poignant reminder of the collateral damage caused by the cataclysmic events. After gathering 6 vials of blood, Sareysa pauses in front of the towering power crystal. A heavy sigh escapes her lips as she contemplates the enormity of the task ahead. God knows how long it's going to take to clean up this mess, she murmurs to herself, a sense of resignation tinging her voice. She swiftly makes her way back to Pronitos.
May the light embrace you. Be kind to those less fortunate. Dionis Aka.
Accepting the vials from Sareysa,
Favor the road traveled by few.
Pronitos carefully secures them within a verdant pouch, its hue reminiscent of the lush landscapes they seek to protect. With a solemn nod, he entrusts the pouch back to Sareysa's care, his voice grave as he implores her to deliver it into the hands of Zul'Dun.
Warm wishes to you. Be kind to those less fortunate. May your days be long and your hardships few. Safe journey.
Zul'Dun, the tireless priest toiling amidst the wreckage of the crash site, stands as a beacon of hope for the wounded, his unwavering dedication serving as a lifeline in their darkest hour. Just as Sareysa rushes out, Pronitos calls after her, his voice urgent.
Warm wishes to you. Blessings upon your family.
He informs her that botanist Tarix requires her immediate assistance. Upon reaching botanist Tarix, Sareysa wastes no time relaying her message.
Krona kai Christor. Blessings upon your family. Gayanis Aka.
With a furrowed brow, she explains the dire situation. The power crystals from the Exodar crash have triggered mutations in the surrounding creatures. Though Tarix is tirelessly working on a solution, time is a luxury they cannot afford. In the interim, she implores Sareysa to help control the burgeoning numbers of these mutated creatures, emphasizing the invaluable assistance it would provide in their efforts. With determined strides, Sareysa charges into the open field, her gaze sharp and focused. Each mutated creature that crosses her path meets its end swiftly at her hands, even as her eyes remain vigilant for any survivors in need of aid. After dealing with the volatile mutation, Sareysa hurries back to the botanist. Upon her return to the botanist's side, Sareysa receives news that offers a glimmer of hope.
May the light embrace you. Good health, long life. Do not lose faith.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
As Sareysa ventures forth, apprentice Vishael approaches her with a request. She seeks her assistance in gathering samples of corrupted flowers, believing they hold the key to repopulating the Lashers and restoring balance to the land. Moments ago, Zalduin shared with Sareysa a timeless truth. Within every Draenei beats the sacred heart of the gift of the Naru, a healing power inherent to their very essence. With a newfound sense of purpose, she sets her sights on the survivors to the west and northwest, their wounds awaiting the solace of her healing touch amidst the wreckage of the crash site. With instructions from both Tyrix and Vishael in hand, Sareysa swiftly returns to Zalduin, eager to relay her healing efforts among the survivors.
Each day is a blessing. Dionis Haka.
After a brief moment of reflection, she sets her sights on Technician Jana's outpost, determined to aid in whatever way she can. Technician Jana unveils a potential breakthrough amidst the wreckage, revealing the possibility of salvaging a holographic emitter from the ship's spare parts.
Warm wishes to you.
However,
May your days be long and your hardships few.
she dashes off to Aldar.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Remember the lessons of the past.
Buy something. White Tiger watch over you.
Her plans are thwarted by the Owlkin, who have seized the parts before she could retrieve them. Turning to Sareysa for assistance, Jana implores her to reclaim the vital components from the Owlkin's grasp. In a gesture of assistance, Aldar presents Sareysa with inoculation equipment meticulously prepared by Tyrix. This aid, he assures her, will facilitate the retrieval of the salvaged parts. Turning her attention to Mojo, Sareysa's curiosity gets the better of her as she asks the Pandaren about his whereabouts. Mojo begins to recount his experience of the Exodar crash. Sareysa is taken aback by his story. She had never noticed a Pandaren on this island before. With resolve in her heart, Sareysa dashes back to the field to commence her task of collecting the Lashers. Commanding her demon imp to target them, she channels her dark powers, weaving spells of corruption and shadowbolt to subdue the mutated creatures. As Sareysa collects the Lashers, her attention is drawn to another wounded Draenei nearby. Without hesitation, she channels the gift of the Naru, her innate healing power, to restore him to health. Continuing to gather the plants, Sareysa's mind drifts back to the words of the botanist. She had mentioned a potential solution contingent upon acquiring samples from the nearby mutated Lashers for further analysis. The significance of her task weighs heavily on Sareysa as she focuses on fulfilling the botanist's request. With the lashers collected, Sareysa hastens her return to Tyrix. Her heart is heavy with anticipation, silently praying that the botanist will succeed in devising the solution they so desperately need.
Greetings, friend. Seek the path of the light. Be kind to those less fortunate. Blessings upon your family.
May the light embrace you. Safe journey. Seek the path of the light.
After delivering the lashers to Tyrix, Sareysa takes a moment to mark her map with the locations of both the corrupted power crystal at the lake and the dwellings of the Alkins. This information will be crucial for their future endeavors to cleanse the land and aid those affected by its corruption.
May the light embrace you. Remember the lessons of the past.
On her journey, Sareysa spots a man mourning in front of a grave. She learns that his lover, Luhana, lost her life in the crash. During her journey, Sareysa's sharp eyes discern the colossal power crystal that Jana had cautioned her about. Its malevolent aura casts a sinister shadow over the nearby lake, a stark reminder of the danger it poses to the surrounding area. Arriving at Nestlewood, Sareysa is momentarily perplexed by the sight of the Owlkinnan inhabitants. Among them, a red one and a yellow one catch her attention. Recalling Aldar's warning of their potential aggression, she hesitates, unsure which of the creatures she should inoculate. Despite their current docile demeanor, she remains vigilant, prepared for any sudden change in their behavior. Suddenly recalling her duty to cleanse the large crystal she spotted in the lake, Sareysa swiftly reverses her course and races back to the lakeside. With unwavering determination, she focuses her efforts on purifying the crystal before proceeding with her other tasks. After a moment of deliberation, Sareysa resolves to inoculate the yellow owlkin at random, trusting her intuition. As she administers the inoculation, relief floods her senses as she witnesses its success. With this confirmation, she understands that the yellow ones are indeed the ones to focus on. To her astonishment, Sareysa discovers that the yellow owlkin are far from savage beasts. They exhibit signs of intelligence, constructing primitive shelters, storing food, and even mastering the use of fire. Determined to avoid harm, Sareysa proceeds with her inoculations, careful not to disturb the delicate balance of their community. As Sareysa nears the completion of her task, her attention is drawn to an emitter nestled near one of the Owlkin. Curiosity piqued, she retrieves the equipment, pondering the purpose behind the Owlkin's possession of such technology. Failing to locate the remaining emitters, Sareysa's gaze falls upon a nearby tunnel entrance. With a surge of determination, she ventures through. Upon reaching the other side of the cave, Sareysa is taken aback to find no emitter parts in sight. Anxiety grips her as she wonders what the Owlkins have done with them. Desperately, she begins to search for the parts, her heart pounding with apprehension. Just as she is about to give up hope, she starts finding the parts one by one. To her surprise, the creatures do not oppose her at all, allowing her to retrieve the parts without resistance. With the parts in hand, she hastens back to Jannar, relieved to have completed her task. On her way back, Sareysa pauses at a tiny waterfall, captivated by its serene beauty amidst the surrounding turmoil. The gentle cascade of water glistens. Despite the sadness of recent events, the tranquil scene offers a moment of respite and solace for Sareysa, reminding her of the beauty that still exists in the world. With a nod of approval for the Owlkin's success,
Arcanan Poros, blessings upon your family. Good health, long life. May your days be long and your hardships few.
Oldar's expression shifts as he mentions Toland's disappearance.
Open your heart to the light. Favor the road traveled by few.
Upon her arrival, Sareysa wastes no time in hastening back to Jannar's side, eager to deliver the salvaged emitters and contribute to their cause. A smile of relief graces Jannar's face, a silent acknowledgement of gratitude for Sareysa's diligent efforts in securing such vital components. Sareysa swiftly makes her way to botanist Tyrix's side,
Good fortune. Do not lose faith.
As Sareysa describes the successful outcome of the neutralizing agent on the crystal to Terex, a flicker of relief passes over the botanist's features. Pausing for a moment to witness the outcome of the neutralizing agent on the mutated creature, Sareysa's heart swells with joy as she observes its effects. Relief washes over her as she sees the creature revert to its natural state, free from the corruption that once plagued it. However, her expression quickly shifts to one of concern. Tyrix acknowledges that while the agent may have worked for now, she worries that its effects might not last indefinitely. The pressing need to remove the power crystal becomes increasingly evident, underscoring the urgency of their situation. With the task at the lake completed, Sareysa's next destination is clear. She sets out to find Tolan, the missing scout, determined to uncover the truth behind his disappearance and ensure his safety. As Sareysa approaches, she discovers Tolan lying wounded, the victim of a brutal ambush by blood elves. His condition is dire, but amidst his pain, he manages to muster a plea for help, his voice a whisper of desperation.
Chronokai Christor. Remain vigilant. Dionys Aka.
Surveying her surroundings, Sareysa's eyes narrow as she spots the Blood Elf settlement nearby. Without hesitation, she springs into action, swiftly moving to eliminate the foe and avenge Tolan's suffering. Observing the Blood Elves engaged in their mysterious ritual with the crystals, Sareysa's curiosity is piqued. Could these be fragments of the same power crystals that caused havoc elsewhere? Deciding not to disturb the ritual for now, she resolves to inquire about it from Tolan once he is safe.
good fortune. Do not lose faith.
Listening to Tolan's suggestion, Sareysa nods in agreement. Understanding that Kandras is a pivotal figure among the Blood Elves, she recognizes the importance of neutralizing her to disrupt their operations. With determination burning in her eyes, she sets her sights on eliminating Kandras to force the Blood Elves to retreat and regroup. After successfully eliminating Kandras, Sareysa searches the area and uncovers a plan laid out by the Blood Elf leader. Recognizing the significance of its contents, she realizes that only Aldar would have the answers she seeks regarding the implications of this discovery. With a sense of urgency, she resolves to seek out Aldar for clarification on the Blood Elves' intentions. As she studied the details on her way back,
The Naru have not forgotten us. Remember the lessons of the past.
a sense of unease settles over her.
Remain vigilant. May your days be long and your hardships few.
The plan reveals that the Blood Elves have been tracking the Draenei from Outland.
Dionis Aka. Blessings upon your family.
The implications of this revelation send a chill down her spine, prompting her to seek urgent answers from Aldar. As expected, Aldar's expression darkens upon seeing the plan.
Blessings upon you. Dionysaka.
Mirroring Sareysa's own anger and concern. However, amidst the tension, a glimmer of hope arises as Zenar reports success with the emitter. Zenar's request for Sareysa to travel to Azure Watch and seek aid from Divun is met with a solemn nod. Understanding the urgency of the situation, Sareysa accepts the task, ready to do whatever it takes to secure assistance for their cause.
May you find what you seek. Be well.
Welcome, welcome. Be well.
With a heart filled with hope and courage, Sareysa embarks on her journey towards Azure Watch Island. Despite her determination, a lingering fear gnaws at her thoughts. The fear of rejection by the people of Azure Watch due to her past association with dark forces. Yet, she pushes forward, clinging to the belief that her actions now will speak louder than her past, hoping for understanding and acceptance from those she seeks to aid. Amidst her journey, Sareysa encounters Aiyun, an injured Draenei in need of assistance.
Arcanon Poros. Safe journeys.
Oyun beseeches Sareysa to relay a message to caregiver Chelan regarding the expected number of individuals in Jana's team. Gratefully accepting his request, Sareysa pledges to deliver the message as swiftly as possible before hastening towards the Crystalbrook River. As Sareysa crosses the Crystalbrook River, her spirits lift at the sight of the posts of Azure Watch rising before her. With each step up the slope, her anticipation grows, and as she reaches the top, her gaze sweeps across the horizon. There, in the distance, she spots the broken remnants of the Exodar, a poignant reminder of their shared history and the challenges they have overcome. Despite the trials ahead, the sight fills her with a sense of determination and hope for the future. With a sense of accomplishment, Sareysa arrives at Azure Watch and is warmly greeted by Technician Daivun. His welcoming demeanor offers reassurance, signaling the beginning of her mission to seek aid for their cause.
Arcanon Poros. Safe journey.
Eager to fulfill her task, Sareysa rushes inside the broken part of the ship as the adrenaline of her journey begins to ebb.
All prices here are reasonable. Remain vigilant.
Sareysa finds herself drawn to a moment of rest.
Safe journey. Be kind to those less fortunate. I hope you find something useful. Seek the path of the light.
Seeking solace in the quiet corners of Azure Watch. And so, as the day draws to a close, we leave Sareysa to rest, her weary body finding solace in the quiet embrace of Azure Watch. I extend my gratitude for your companionship on Sareysa's journey and her quest to alleviate the suffering of her people. We will return soon to continue her adventures from Azure Watch. Farewell for now, and see you soon.